tariffs deepen a trade war he kicked off on his return to the White House and reverses decades of trade liberalization that have shaped the global order. He used a poster to illustrate reciprocal tariffs.
They like me, I like them.
Including 34% on China and 20% on the European Union. Trading partners are expected to respond with countermeasures of their own that could lead to dramatically higher prices for everything.
Effective at midnight, we will impose a 25% tariff on all foreign-made automobiles.
Meanwhile, a separate set of tariffs on auto imports that Trump announced last week will take effect starting on April 3rd. Economists have warned that tariffs could slow the global economy, raise the risk of recession, and increase living costs for the average U.S. family by thousands of dollars.
April 2nd, 2025 will forever be remembered as the day American industry was reborn, the day America's destiny was reclaimed.
President Trump dropped a bomb today on the global economy. He announced 10% tariffs on all countries and special, much higher tariffs on specific countries. Stock markets are falling on this news, which came late in the afternoon after American markets closed. He's keeping a campaign promise. He talked about a 10%, what he called universal tariff on all imports. And he's hitting most countries with that, but he's also singled out about 60 other countries for specific, very high tariffs. For example, he's putting what he calls a reciprocal tariff of 34% on China. And that is meant to make up for the trade barriers that China imposes on the US. These tariffs are paid by American importers and will be likely passed on to consumers. The president says that this is going to attract a massive boom of investment into the United States as companies, if you make the stuff in the US, as the president says, you don't have to pay the tariff. So he's predicting billions of investment in the United States and lots of factory jobs. Economists are very skeptical. They think that tariffs push up prices. They make the economy less efficient. They hurt companies, American factories that have to import equipment to make their own stuff. Their costs go up and they become less competitive in the global market. The trade analysts and economists I've talked to today are calling this a disaster for the American economy.